Happy Friday, everybody. It's raining and gloomy today here in California. And I still have to go back in and get my foot x-rayed. But I read on the weather report that they are supposed to that the weather is supposed to clear up a little bit in the middle of the day. So I think I'm going to just put that off because it's a walk-in. And we'll take a look at this stuff. So I'm not going to obviously play all of Yaba's live stream from yesterday morning, but I'm just going to give you a sampling of one of the lolcows she's taking a look at right now and considering covering on her channel. This one is Rosie, is her name, and she's a bit of a younger version, maybe not even that much younger, quite frankly, of Amberlynn and Chantel and Life by Jen, and so they have a lot of similarities. But I guess, some of the reactors are finding different personality traits in each of these lolcows that they are connecting back to these other people, and they're not all identical or similar. So I'll also go over the one that Rose Thorne Reacts is also doing some new material and covering somebody from TikTok. So we'll go over that too.
Any other way? It's like somebody took over your body. Did she just take post-nut clarity and make it about binging? I'm done. That's exactly what she did, Airy Pepperoni. It's fucking great, too. Thank you for your support. She who shits herself. Weird. It looks like there are 1.6K watching you with no foodie beauty content. Must be a technical glitch. Probably. There's only 6 of us left in the support group, so I don't know how you're seeing that. Thank you for your support. I appreciate you. I just have to keep telling myself tomorrow's a new day. I have to let go. The shenanigans, I know, but at least it's, I feel like, okay, so here's how I'm seeing it. Amberlynn and Chantel have created basically Girl World, right? And they've been here for, what's Amberlynn, 10 years now? Chantel, 7. It's like they're at their retirement phase. Mm-hmm. Like, what's really left? What are they willing to do anymore? Not a whole lot of anything. They're really just at the retirement part of their YouTube career, where this girl is basically all of the girls in one, fresh into the community, fresh with her YouTube channel. You can't tell me that this one is not going to be way more entertaining than what either one of those are willing to bring to the table, especially with Chantel in Kuwait sitting at her adult high chair waiting on Salah to come change her diaper. Get out of here.
I skipped most of the crying over her ED, over her ED. She's apparently working with a remote coach who she talks to over the phone, and had some sort of meltdown because she wanted to eat some marshmallows, but she turned it into this very dramatic live stream. So she's got that going for her too, I guess, if you like that, but it just kind of got grated on my nerves a bit, so I'm leaving that part out.
So if I harbor that resentment, I harbor that anger, I harbor this shit, it's just gonna feed the cycle. I haven't had.
I don't know what's going on with her top there. It's like, it looks old, raggedy, and it looks like she didn't get it in the right arms. Like, I don't think it's all supposed to be on one side.
this bad of a moment in a while. I've had my moments. You know, calorically wise, I've done much worse in my life. But emotionally, this was a very staggeringly painful experience tonight. And,
What could possibly ruin the new content for everyone, not just necessarily with her, but with anybody, is like running over, jumping on her channel and leaving hate comments. Like, watch this shit show. Let her naturally come into her place, her position on her channel without like the back and forth and the arguing. Like, you know, like you don't need to rush over to her channel and kind of like do what everybody does on Amber's channel or what they try to do on Chantel's channel, but they block it. Just kind of watch, go into the reaction channels, the other people who are covering said people's channels, say what you want to say and cut out, but don't go directly to the person. That's where everything gets messed up, man.
I don't know if anyone's gonna.
So you're hearing what Yab is saying here, and she's already kind of coached this one as well, because she dropped in on Yaba's live stream when she was discussing her and basically told her that that was bad form. You're not supposed to be, like, there's supposed to be a line between react and subject. And I mentioned this the other day when I was doing my live stream, that ultimately you can't go into the chat and try and challenge everything that the reactor is saying, because you're just going to get banned from the channel. It just looks bad for everybody. So, but in this case, she's telling her audience, don't scare her off. She's new. Don't go into her channel and say things, make fun of her, you know, and say things that could potentially scare her off of doing this, because this could potentially be new react material for us, you know?
This. I've said that several times now. Because it's just the truth. And just...
What is she wearing, Rags?
I'm blinded by the anger at myself right now. Like, I just have the thought, like, I kind of wanted to shove my head through a wall right now, because that's one of my, like, thoughts that I get when I, like, I'm really mad. Just, like,
Exactly, Ratatouille. Don't spook the calf. Do not engage. Yes, please, do not engage.
Mm-hmm.
She has the potential because of her willingness to put her business out there, and also the fact that she's so dramatic, she's likely to lean in. Yes, and you know what else, shenanigans? She's recently unemployed, and she needs the YouTube coin. That always helps.
After a while, I've never done that. I'll never do it. But it's just, I guess it's just one of those hyperbolic statements that I make towards myself. I know that I have an incredibly stressful week on top of these
Hey, Miss Ann.
life changes. I haven't even, like, started weighing myself daily. That's tomorrow. So, I'm loved.
I don't know why she seems to be trying to get, like, advice from Amber Lim's channel. Like, weighing the marshmallows, weighing herself daily. I mean, when you're on a weight loss journey, unless you're like Jamal, who actually has the background in fitness and knows what he's doing, it's going to be probably mentally difficult for you to weigh yourself on a daily basis, because you're not going to lose every single day. I mean, you're going to go up and down depending on, like, water retention and other things that might be going on in your body. So it's not a great idea to try and weigh yourself every day.
And I love myself.
I'm just trying to figure out what day she's going to have tomorrow, because this is like 5 o'clock in the morning. The time she gets to bed, it's going to be about 6 a.m. She's going to need to at least sleep 12 hours for a girl her size. So she's going to be back up about in the evening. You're not going to be able to even be productive throughout the day, because you're going to sleep it all away because you stayed up all night fighting and then giving in to the binge monster.
Even if there are parts of me that are very damaged, and even if the love for myself can be toxic sometimes, it's an ever-changing journey. It is imperfect.
Hey, Wasabi, good to see you, hon.
It's ugly sometimes. I don't know, man. I deserve better than what I did tonight, though. I deserve better. For myself. I warned you. It's kind of intense.
People saying this is fake. I have to disagree. You do not achieve a death of fat without this being a real part of your life. I agree with that too, Sam. I definitely think she knows the recipe to become a part of the community. I'll give you that much. But again, that's part of who she is. Right. She just knows how to present it because of her proteges. Midwest Bird Freak. I love your laugh so much. This girl has an old bra look and
she would be the protege. They would be the mentors in this scenario. So she especially is looking at Amber Lynn, but she looks at Chantel quite a bit too. But she seems to be much more interested in emulating Amber Lynn, probably because she has a higher view count and can make more money than Chantel can right now. So, I mean, she definitely has goals, right? She wants to make money off of her ED. She wants Girl World to watch her, and she wants to be able to complain about it just like everybody else does in the Girl World subject community.
Everything. Yes, exactly. Life by Jen. But a little bit of Amberlynn mixed in with some Chantel. She's everything. Thank you for your support. I appreciate you.
2 days. And I haven't had an issue since. I honestly think that whole moment was an accumulation of immense stress. Consistently trying to pursue change. Consistently pushing my own boundaries to expand them in better alignment with what I want for my health. As of recording right now, I have 2 days until I see my hematologist. I know by now I will have come on camera and explained everything to you guys. Hopefully by then I'll know the results. But I've been working very hard to keep very busy so I don't drive myself insane. Because I don't know if I have cancer or not in this moment. I'm really hopeful that I don't. But having a cancer scare has really changed me, whether I have it or not. From what I've read of the blood work I've gotten back from the specialist, which, by the way, I haven't looked at the updates since the first few days after that initial appointment because I was driving myself insane trying to understand it. It's not as straightforward as trying to understand what a vitamin deficiency is, so I just stopped looking at it. From the way that my blood work looks and how abnormal it is confirmed I have an autoimmune disorder. I don't know which one, but I got one. And depending on all of the results, one of them specifically shows a likelihood for fibro, which wouldn't surprise me. And so I am kind of hoping that my fibro symptoms are just worsening and it's not cancer. I mean, that's definitely the preferable of the two.
I hope she's not self-diagnosing. You know what I mean? Because I did get my blood work in this morning, the results, and my blood work doesn't look great either. It's kind of off the charts. But I am not going to try and interpret that myself and figure out, like, all I know is that I have an issue with the electrolytes and the potassium. And so, but it's been getting better because I'm not throwing up as much and I'm able to eat more regularly. And so I've been able to, improve my numbers, but they're still pretty bad. But I'm not going to just look at something and be like, well, obviously it must be this. I don't know what it is, and I'm going to let my doctor interpret that.
Options. But
very good says 2016 ALR and 2015 Chantel had a baby. Thank you for your support. I mean, you're just leaving Life by Jen all out of that. And I feel like that's exactly who she looks like. Shenanigans says, not a cancer scare. That's exactly what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
When I add that on top of everything else going on in my life, the health changes, adding on the coaching, and then I feel like her telling me I wasn't eating enough sent me into orbit a little bit for a moment there.
See, she's talking about her new health coach.
Mm-hmm.
That was talking to her about her calorie intake, and she made it such a big deal that this new coach told her to eat more. Well, she didn't mean eat the marshmallows, girl. And how did that trigger you? How did your coach talking to you about your calories and your calorie intake and try to coach you to help you lead? It's almost like she's trying to shift the blame.
Mm-hmm.
Right, boo? I agree. Nah, because I'm tired of all these cows who aren't equipped to give advice or be an example, trying to lecture the whole public and using serious topics for views. Airy Pepperoni, I can agree with that. Thank you for your support, hon.
But since then, I've recovered. I've weighed myself every day for 2 or 3 days now. And I really like weighing myself in kilograms. I've been doing this for a long time.
Listen to this mindfuck. Listen to this.
I haven't talked about it on the internet. I discovered this life hack on accident. I had a friend tell me that who has the same scale as me, that hers was not correctly accurate when she weighed herself in pounds, but the weight was accurate if she weighed herself in kilograms. So I was like, oh, well, let me try that on mine. Mine was accurate on both, so mine didn't have her funky issue. But then I realized when I did that low-key, because I was like, hopefully picking this back up and changing it. So when I went to weigh myself the next time, I was like, oh, right. So then I realized, I was like, well, if I gain weight, I can just not convert it. And I can use my dumb little American brain to pretend that it's like, oh, whatever, I gained like half a kilogram. I don't even know what that means. Because I'm an American. I don't know what that means. I don't want to know what that means. But if I lose weight, then I can convert it and know where it stands, right? And with the fluctuations, it's like...
No, Shenanigans. And she admits later that it wasn't cancer. Like, I think she just talked about that recently on her channel, that it was not cancer. It was some other health issue she had going on.
It impacts me emotionally less, is the best way I can explain it. And so far, after my initial shock, the initial intensity of that moment, I have been doing a lot better. I also, the day after that, I went to the park. The day after that was yesterday. And I did some walking. And then today, I went back to the park and I tried to do some more walking. I got like 1,000 or so plus, like I got over 1,000 steps in, but I could not do as much as I'd done the day prior. I am in an intense amount of joint and bone pain because I've been pushing myself.
It's probably muscle pain because you haven't been working out, and so you're using muscles that you haven't used, right? It's like going to the gym for the first time in a long time, and you let a lot of toxins out of your muscles. By doing that, you got to drink a ton of water to flush it, but it takes like a good 3 days before it starts feeling good doing a workout.
I'm in a...
You're having bone and joint pain because you're carrying around so much body weight on your body. Yeah, you're gonna hurt, but the more weight you lose, the less the pain's gonna be. You have this pain. This girl's like in her early 30s.
Right.
Early 30s. So any kind of joint and bone pain, I would assume that she's having, it all has to do with how heavy she is. And if you were to get rid of some of that weight, I mean, you're claiming that you just lost 100 pounds. And again, X'd out.
Mm-hmm.
So you should be feeling like a brand new person. Yeah, you might still be experiencing pain because you obviously are still very heavy, but you should still be at that point now. You're like, wow, my life is so much different than it was 100 pounds ago. If I keep going, eventually I'm not going to have pain in my knees and my joints. I'm going to be able to walk pain-free. So the more you move.
So as you can see, she's falling right in line with the other girls who it's hard to trust what she says. Are you being real about what you're feeling in your body right now? Or are you being real about this supposed weight loss that you experienced earlier? which I think Yaba shows that it doesn't look like she's lost any weight at any time. So we don't know where that's coming from. And then there was the whole cancer scare because she was self-diagnosing, right? So I guess another box that we need to see if it checks is she messing with the scale? Kind of sounds like she is a little bit, right?
The more weight you're going to burn, the less you're going to be in pain. You sitting there giving yourself all these excuses of why you can't do this and you can't get this amount of steps in is because you're in pain. You're not helping yourself. You're hurting yourself at the end of the day.
Never miss out on savings when you shop with the Ralph's app. Access over $500 in savings every week when you click digital coupons. Shop with the app and save big. Ralph's, fresh for everyone.
You're hurting yourself at the end of the day. Just because you have a PhD in fat behavior patterns doesn't mean we want your advice. She even got the Chantel wear glasses, look smarter play going. Yes, Kalari, she does. I didn't even notice that. Thank you for your support. When she came into Girl World, she also announced she was on a weight loss journey and bragged about doing it better than Foodie. That's facts. Man, we see no difference. I don't see the weight loss.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see the 100-pound weight loss. And she's been on Monjaro now. I don't think for that long, but she has been on it for a while. But I just do not see the weight loss. And Shenanigans, I've been saying she has ticked every single box, every single one.
Hence amount of joint and bone pain because I've been pushing myself.
Well, we also need the bad makeup and the cat eyes, right?
Just see how she kind of did that look up.
Steps in, but I could not do as much as I'd done the day prior. I am in an intense amount of joint and bone pain because I've been pushing myself. And while this has been going on in my life,
That's a good question, Peach Cobbler. I think she's taller, but I'm not positive. I do not think that she's short. I want to say that she's tall like Jen was.
I've had some channels pop up and start talking about me.
Maritza, thank you for being a member for 10 months, hon. I appreciate you. She's about to talk about channels who are talking about her now.
And while this has been going on in my life, I've had some channels pop up and start talking about me. And I didn't watch the majority of them. One of them I popped in on a little bit. And
I think that's us. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure she's talking about when she came in the chat that day.
saying something. And, I just think that anyone who actually pays attention to me and what I'm doing here knows the truth, knows who I am and what I stand for, and that me being on YouTube isn't a cash grab, it's my dream. And as much as I would like the opportunity,
It's not a cash grab. It's her dream. It's your dream to highlight your ED on YouTube for clicks. Okay.
to make a living off of YouTube, if I don't, I'm still going to be here. And if my only opportunity, if my only goal here was to make money, I would have a lot more subscribers and a lot more haters, because there have been enough people that have walked this path before me that I can look at what they did and very easily get attention. Getting attention, at least for me, is not the hard part. It's getting the right kind of attention.
Wicked Crafter says Rosie is 5'9". Thank you for that, Wicked Crafter.
Oh, wow.
To build an audience for what my goals are.
That is quite tall. I'm 5'4.5". I'd be looking up.
Because I'm not just here for the views. I'm not just here for the coin. I'm here because I really want to share my life, share my story, document my life, and have something to look back on. I'm very overwhelmed by all these changes. I'm trying to be compassionate with myself and kind with myself. I know this is a...
Right? La la lolly la says, wow, girl, dream bigger. I agree.
long fucking walk on. I don't want to have an extreme weight loss story. I'm not going to have an overnight transformation. I'm going to have people watch my videos and get frustrated that I'm not losing weight fast enough. I'm going to have people compare me to other people who have failed or have similarity to me in some aspects. but not in the majority of who I am as a person. I've come to accept that. But I really really struggling emotionally right now.
Tracy, thank you for being a member for 28 months, hon. We appreciate you.
And I am putting so much trust and faith in Freya because
That's her coach. That's her, I think. I'm pretty sure that's her weight loss coach.
Okay.
because if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna fucking do it. I'm going to listen to her. I'm going to swallow my pride. I'm going to...
See, it's almost like she's presenting all of this as she's just getting started. Like, I'm learning as I go, guys, just like you are. Like, I don't know a lot about her. Recently started listening to her videos in the background. Know a little bit about her history, but I'm honestly learning as we all are watching together. But the way she keeps talking about, like, her weight loss journey now, it's almost like she's just getting started. And that's where I'm getting confused, because this big thing for her and her big flex on her channel is like she's already accomplished a significant weight loss already, the 100 pounds, the 90 something pounds. So, and it's been recent. Like, this is an ongoing process. It's not like she lost it like 7 years ago or something. Like, it's, you know, she's been working towards her weight loss. So when she keeps saying, like, I'm going to do it this time, and I'm going to start it, and I'm going to do it. And I'm like, well, we've been doing it, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
So I have that to go off of, the things that are coming out of her mouth. And then I go back and I look at her older videos, and I just am not seeing the 100-pound weight loss. And if you were on this weight loss journey, if you've already achieved 90-something pounds, then why do you keep acting like I'm going to do it this time? This time I'm going to be a success. Well, losing 100 pounds is a success. It's not like you lost it, gained it back, and you're trying to lose it again. That's not what you've presented on your channel. That's what is just kind of confusing when she keeps talking like this. I've got my trainer now, and it's really going to happen this time. Well, you just lost 100 pounds. What do you mean this time? The more she talks, the more she sounds like Jen. I just think she looks a lot like Jen. I think it's maybe the hair color, the freckles, maybe the shoulders. For me, I just get Life by Jen vibes so much from her. And she's a little bit taller like Jen was.
I guess the question for me is, like, whenever I started a new gym regimen, I didn't come home and cry about it and be like, well, it didn't happen fast enough for me. You know, it was day one. I don't have muscles on my arms yet. You know, I didn't lose some belly fat out of that workout. I go home and I'm like, all right, day one. I'm going to take a hot shower. I'm going to get all this sweat off my body, and I feel good, right? That's how your gym regimen starts out. It should be improving your attitude, not making it sad, not making you sad. And like you say you're working with a workout coach. Why are you sad? You should be inspired and happy that you're about to do this, right?
Struggling emotionally right now. And I am putting so much trust and faith in Freya because if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna fucking do it. I'm going to listen to her. I'm going to swallow my pride. I'm going to make sure that I'm comfortable and that I communicate if things make me uncomfortable. But I told her that I was going to weigh myself every day for a certain amount of time.
Miss Anna, I think she took it down. I think it's archived probably somewhere. I'd have to look for it. I don't want to do that today, but I'm pretty sure she removed that video from her channel.
To do the track and track everything. I'm going to figure out and mitigate my triggers. And right now, I have the opportunity to do this while I'm not working. So I can literally dedicate my life to it. And that is such a blessing. You know, when I got laid off, a lot of people in the comments...
I mean, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen this happen time and time again. People become unemployed while on YouTube, decide to do YouTube full-time, say that they're going to take on their weight loss, they're going to be serious about it. They have all this time to dedicate to said weight loss, and what happens? The exact opposite. Krabby Joe says it's the cheese. It gives them a glow. You right, Krabby Joe. Thank you for your...
Yeah, seriously, like, you, on the other video, which is within the same time frame, she's sobbing at 5 in the morning over wanting to eat marshmallows. Okay, so you have all the time in the world to dedicate to weight loss now, but you can't figure out how to get to sleep so that you're not craving a snack. Like, you can't figure that out. And she says that she wasn't even really hungry. Like, she was doing it out of habit. It was habit eating, bored, or whatever.
Bored, hun. See, the problem with that, being unemployed, you can sleep all day, stay up all night, don't have any responsibility, don't have anywhere to be, constantly in your home, surrounded by, I don't know, triggers, marshmallows, access to food around the clock. I just don't see that being a good idea or a good problem to have, is being unemployed, and now you can focus on your weight loss full time. Being employed in your...
Yeah, seriously, if you're at home and don't have a full-time job, like me currently, I'm on a medical leave, make sure you still have a regular sleep schedule, because that can really mess with you. Like, I go to sleep every night at midnight. I wake up every day around 5. I have a regular schedule.
Position's probably the only thing that you had going for you. But is this the girl who was on the whatever podcast and described herself as an 8 out of 10? Yes, Misha Marie, right, Shenanigans? That's her. That's the podcast that we just shared the clip of that you sent me. I'm pretty sure. I think so. I can't say 100%. Wait for Shenanigans to answer in the chat because she knows. Yes, DG, for sure. The cheese does wonders for the skin. Yeah, it does. She's got the magical thinking it's going to happen, but not going to do all the things, walk, etc., to actually make it happen. Exactly, Miss Ann. Thank you for your support, by the way, Misha. Chantel started out that way. Rose, beware. Very good. Chantel did, and Amber did too. Amber went on YouTube having a job and employed for like the first year or so. Same for her as well. Thank you for your support. Yes, that was the podcast. Yep. Described herself being an 8 out of 10. You know what? Shenanigans, do you have the link to that podcast maybe for tomorrow or something? I'd like to watch that.
Myself included, what I told myself is I think this is a blessing in disguise. And not knowing I would get this opportunity with Freya, not knowing that I would get access to this kind of support. And I'm so grateful for it because, just in 3 days, I'm already trending downward by listening to her advice, by eating more. Not including the binge part, but after that point, I've been focusing on eating more, not just by adding higher caloric, not just by adding higher caloric foods, but by just adding more.
Oh, they're saying it's not the same girl. Different girl then, huh? Different girl, different interview? Okay. All right, well, maybe it was not her. I'll have to see. I'll have to look into it after the stream.
Nutrient-dense foods. And yesterday I took my Manjaro shot, and today I'm probably not gonna hit my calories today because all I've had today is a protein shake, and I need to eat, and I am in so much pain from all my additional physical activity.
Isn't that what we hear a lot of? Claimant hasn't ate today, first meal of the day.
Yep.
Just adding more nutrient-dense foods. And yesterday I took my Manjaro shot, and today I'm probably not gonna hit my calories today because all I've had today is a protein shake.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying that's a big deal. All she's had to consume today was like a protein shake. I'm sorry, man.
Well, and on top of it, she's saying that she actually did a workout too, and that all she had was a protein shake.
Maybe it's it's me. Maybe I'm the problem, and I think that everybody else is just telling big fibs on their YouTube channel, but I just don't believe it. I'm sorry, I don't.
I need to eat, and I am in so much pain from all my additional physical activity. On top of the Manjaro, I absolutely don't want to fucking eat. And
This girl's taking Manjaro. She's eating nothing, only consuming protein drinks. You should be melting away in front of my eyes, Rose. You really should just be melting away.
I need to because I can feel myself starting to get nauseous because it's been too long since I've had the protein shake. I'm trying to put a lot of my energy and focus on this while not becoming obsessive. And so far, I think I'm doing okay with that. But really, at the end of the day, I'm just trying to, like, keep myself as busy as possible. Because if I stay still too long, I'm just scared.
You're gonna cry again.
It's why I put so much focus and energy in, like, just trying to take care of myself. And, you know, the cooking and the planning and all.
That's probably why being employed right now is the best thing for you. Because you need to stay busy. You need to have your mind on something else besides eating. Anything but eating is going to help you. And if you're not employed and you're stuck in the house, surrounded by food, your family has food there, you don't live alone, so you really can't control what is in your house. I just don't know how that's going to help you. We've seen this happen.
Yeah, seriously, if you had a job, do you think that your employer would be cool with you, like, just eating a ton of food at your desk all day? Or would your employer want you to get the job done? Don't you think that it would take up some of your time and distract you?
Time and time again. If anything, it's going to make the situation so much more worse. Okay, hold on, shenanigans. Okay, Shenanigans says, same girl, different interview. I sent the link to you on Twitter. Okay, Shenanigans, thank you. I'm going to watch that today, and then we might talk about that tomorrow.
My life is just really, 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 really intense. And I'd really like it to just calm down a little bit. That was one of the most intense binging moments I've had in a long time. And it was only a binge of 400 calories. Because I think what's important to note about...
Yeah, no. In the context of having already eaten 2 separate times prior in a short amount of time in a full day.
Never miss out on savings when you shop with the
2 separate times prior in a short amount of time in a full day of calories.
Binging is the emotional aspect. I felt so out of control. There was like 2 parts of my brain going at the same time. There was the part of me that's me right now, the goal-driven, the person who's trying to be healthier, who's making these lifestyle changes. And then just the fucking binge demon. It was like I was in a kickboxing match between myself and the demon, and I lost. And I was literally just...
Oh, yeah. She comes off like she's being acting or being phony, kind of like what we see Chantel do in every single one of her videos when she talks about her loving relationship with her fake fucking husband. Kind of like that, Hot Wasabi. I agree. Fake, phony. Absolutely. She fits right in. I agree. Misha says it's her. I just looked at her Insta and she announced on 12/6 that she was going to be on the podcast. Thank you so much for that, Misha. Yeah, Shenanigans has got the links to the interviews. So if anybody interested, you should probably go watch those. Everything about Chantel's life, everything about Amber's life, everything that they try to present on camera, things that they claim that they're doing off camera, they're not doing. It's all fake. It's all phony. That's why they stand out so much, because you can pick it apart and call them out on every single solitary lie. It's the same shit, just in a different body, a different human, but it's all the same shit. What do you think? What do you tell me? Amber Lynn's real? You tell me what Chantel's real? Fuck no. Especially present day, it's all fake. Especially with Chantel in this life that she's trying to present to us that she's created in Kuwait. Everything about that situation is fake and phony. Every single aspect of it. Everything. It's all fake. Have a good night. Oh, shoot. How did that happen? I pulled up Sam's freaking video.
Don't want to.
My bad. Wicked Crafter says she herself and her are her only problems. Get over yourself, Rosie. This doesn't make you unique. Try looking inward versus projecting outward. That's right, Wicked Crafter. Thank you for your support. Wow, that's crazy. My mouse clicked something and we were on Sam and then we were back to Rosie. Holy hell. She wants to be the queen of Squirrel World. I definitely think she wants a seat at the table for sure. She wants a piece of the pie, Hot Wasabi. I can agree with that.
I'm going to jump forward a little bit in this.
In the very beginning that, like, it's sometimes passed, so I've had some time to process it, but in the moment it was like, wow. I get in there, they eventually get me back into what they call the chemo room. Granted, I wasn't getting...
Oh my god! Just roll the window up. Just roll the fucking window up, dude.
Then chemo.
She's telling us about her doctor's experience. This is great.
Just to be very clear, I was getting an iron treatment, but it's where they do the infusions. So there's like lines of recliner chairs. And
she's about to feel validated, guys. Prepare yourself. It's about to happen. It's about to go down.
I had a nurse, and she was really nice. She was like, at most 4'11", 4'10". Like, she was, and I didn't realize just how short she was until I stood up. I didn't even realize like how close she was to eye level while I was sitting.
Do you want to see the outfit again? Fine, we're at 256. Just in case you missed.
God.
I love it. I think it's great. Great choice. I would have wore something like that for sure. Yeah, I'm going to get something like that for Sam to wear this weekend for Derby. Absolutely. Mignette says, same chins, eyeglasses. Exactly. Thank you for your support. She probably did that on purpose. Wicked Crafter says, an absolute moon goddess. Put some respect on it. I agree, MC.
Never miss out on savings.
I agree, MC.
Sorry that there's so many Ralph's ads. It's probably because I just made a grocery delivery order, which is about to arrive. But I'm going to pause it here, and then we'll take a look at the lolcow that Rose Thorns Reacts is looking at.